tell us your name, the village, and your age. And tell us the challenge. What exactly happened that led to the separation of your parents?
I'm by name of Stephen Mubarak, 15 years, and I am in village 5, John 2 Swinger. Here are the challenges that made to the separation of our parents. One, because they have started well the time when we came from South Sudan, then we have taken to John to Falorinya. Now from there also the staying there is very bad also. My father, when the moment he arrived home, he's ruling like a lion. He doesn't want to see everyone in our family. Even this sister of mine, he want to burn it into a house with all my sisters. Now from there, my mother saw like this, he migrated to here in John 2 Village 5. Now from there, he also follow us, and there he's a little bit reducing. He's becoming a good man now from there. That is September, he got another woman in Village 11. Now from there, this thing is very bad. My mother went to Zuba at the first. He's going because of my education, and I am in the time when I am in people. There's nothing, even I'm walking without the shoes, without the sandal, bare shoes, with the torn clothes to school. And the way I survive, I go and get the scraps, the broken basins, then I go and sell it. From there I buy books. That is why I survive in my school. Then P5, in people I get number 4, P5, 27, P6, Division 4, and P7, Division 2. Now from there, my father said that there it is good, he's going to help me, but he's just talking audio. I cannot show a video. Now from there, they went to South Sudan. There they get an accident. Now from there, he told me that when he pay my school fees, he's going to pay loss. He's going to die better. The money that he get, let him eat. Now from there, these two young kids, Johnson and Michael, were the sons of her brothers. The other one is for her sisters.
A story of your uncle's children, your auntie's children, how they have added to your family, and how do you take care of them as a teenager, and yourself? Where do you get food from?
Okay, the two sons, the one for my uncle and my aunt, they are in South Sudan because the wife of my uncle, she want to run with the son. Then from there, my uncle said that it is better let his son come and live in our family. Then from there, my parents agree. Now the son of my aunt, the one for my auntie, his father has died. Then from there, the woman also get married with another man. Then from there, then my father say it is better let the son of my aunt come and live with us. Now from there, at the past, my mother also, he left to Zuba. Then from there, I was left with my sister. Now my sister has gone to his home, and now from there I'm the one taking care of these two sons, the one for my aunt. Now from there, the one for my aunt and the one for my uncle, we are staying together. And right now, even they have learned how to stay with me. Everywhere I go, they follow me. Now,
so how do you survive with them? Where do you get food from?
Now, the way that I survive with them, there are some neighbors who also get even small food. Then from there I saw the food like this, I say let them eat. Then yesterday I survived with another metal. Suppose we are going to Okoi to look for the way how we can get things. Now from there we get a metal just lifted on the ground. Then from there we start uprooting. Then the other sons agree. The one for my uncle agree that it is better, let us go and remove that metal, then we go and sell it, we go and buy a plow. Now from there I agree. Then we have been digging the metal down, then we get it. Yesterday I was injured, a wound here. Now from there we sell it. I buy a plow yesterday. Then from there we prepare a boot. But the one for the current one, even it is really a long story. Neighbors are the one helping us, and from there we have known that every time neighbors are the one helping us. Every time, one day they will get tired of us. It is better let us get our own way. Now from there, suppose we are going to Okoi because my father, he has planned a cassava for that wife. Then from there he said that he don't want anyone to go there and collect those cassava. Now the one for yesterday, we are going to get those cassava just from our old garden that we planted since 2023. From there, Okoi.
What are some of the challenges you people are facing within this household? Can you explain the challenges you people are facing?
And maybe how many meals do you take a day?
Okay, in the piece of meal, sometimes we take once a day, then sometimes we sleep 3 days without testing anything, just to survive with the water. Now, the other challenges that we are facing about our education, even the two of them were not in school because PTA funds are not there, no uniform, no books. Even they can work from past time all day, then at the end they cannot start for exams. Now from there they decided that it is like a waste of time that they are going to school every day. 3 years repeating a one class. 3 years repeating a one class. Now from there they say that it is better for them to stay not going to school. Now from there I'm the one only going to school, moving to school. Then from there, if I come from school, I look for my own way. Even other time I fall to crying because there is nothing for me to get. And if I saw them the way they're staying, even.
How do you pay your school fees, buy books?
The pay of my school fees, the payment, it is the same when the category was still not there. My mother, he gone to Juba, he have left for me a card before he has gone. Then from there, if he receive, and from there, the only amount that I have paid in the school, it is 30,000 that I subtract from the one for food. Then from there, I will be able to study. Now from there, even I am having another books, just small books, and also my friends are the one helping me. Now from there, I say that I will never give up in education. I will get a way of helping myself. Even I'm crying that every time I'm praying to God that at least let God show for me a way how I can survive in my education. How can He help me? Now from there, I thank God to see you here. I know that I will be helped, and I will continue with my education. Now for these two young kids that were here, it is a long story.
How old are they?
The other one is 10 years and the other one is 9 years.
What help would you ask for from anybody out there for your education, but also to support your family?
Sorry?
What help would you request?
What is your
appeal or help from
because
people?
you're having challenges? So what is your message to the partners working in refugee settlement?
My message is to the partners. I need help in my school fees and in something that we can eat. And also, I have forgotten there's one reason in our sleeping. Here is the house empty like this. If we want to sleep, There is the carpet. After when those plow, we can collect them and put to their another sock. Then from there we get the carpet, we sleep on. There is no bed sheet. Sometimes we get some clothes, then we put on the floor, we sleep on.
Okay.
How many do you sleep on that same carpet?
We are 3. Then from there, the help that I need, it is my education and how to survive, because the human being needs something to eat. Now I need help of something to eat and something to sleep on. Those are my message to the partners. If they can manage, it is better let them help us with something to eat and mattress and my education, because we know that in our family there is no one educated. Now from there we want to raise up our families. How can we raise? It is through education. Now if there is nothing for us to continue with education, it can be impossible for us to continue with the studies. Now my message to you, that the partners, that it is better let them help us with something to eat and paying school fees and something to sleep on.
Okay, if I saw some small gardens here. How has this garden helped you in food?
These small gardens, as you see, you have seen the weather here, it is prolonged drought, sun. Now as the current years, these 2 gardens, they are helping us. If we plant some maize, then it cannot reach even a man if they are already finished. Then we give some sorghum. Now also the sorghum help us. It cannot take a long time. As you see, small garden, there is nowhere, nothing to, like another garden where we can plant far away or we can dig far away. There is not there. Just only this one you see around, very small. They are the one helping us, and we can put some things like green vegetables. Like there, we have our local sauce that we can cook. Now from there, like from example, we call it gudra. Now from there, after collecting them, then sometimes if pola is not there, we cook it, then we drink like that.
About the issue of separating, family separation, what has been the main challenge and how do you intend to address this? Start with your name.
My name is called Marata, and I am 19 years old.
Which village is this?
Village 5.
What exactly happened about the family separation, and when was this?
Our children is being separated because of food and lack of clothes and soap, and the sandal is not there, even the bedroom is not there.
So for how long have you been separate from your children?
It's now going 2 years.
Where currently do they stay?
She stay here with us.
Has there been any solution to this?
No.
Okay. Can you tell us about this family? How many are you in this family? And then where are the parents? What happened to the parents now that you people are staying alone? Can you explain? Don't only answer yes, no. Just explain to us what has happened and the people staying in this household.
My parents just went to Juba, and my father is married, old woman now. She got there to village 11, and she leave us here alone.
Now, what are some of the challenges you people are facing? Because you talked about reduction in food ration. What are some of the challenges the family is facing?
The challenges, one is the water and the clothes. The mostly is the clothes and the sandals is not there.
You didn't tell us how many you are in the family here.
We are 4 with my brother. This one I'm talking here.
So who is the one responsible for the home now?
I'm the one because I'm get married here in Bidibidi, and the home is here near. Since that I see our children is suffering, and then I come back home.
So how do you support them? What do you do to earn a living to support them?
I don't have the energy, even I don't have something to support them.
So your family right now, what size of food do you receive? All the food has been totally cut off.
Yes.
What would you request for if there is anybody who wants to come and support the family? What would you ask for?
At least they want to help us with the food and the clothes with the bedroom.
Are these children in school?
Yes.
Give us which classes and how they are coping up, how you are supporting them in school.
She end go last week and the clothes is dirty. She go to see all of them in primary 2 and my brother the only in secondary senior 1.
So who is supporting their education? Scholastic materials?
No one. If the teacher said that she need the money and then the children should come home.
But they have been in school. How have they been in school? Who has been supporting them?
No one.
So do you seek for maybe support in terms of scholarship for these children?
Yes.
Like your family here, how come they put you in category 3 yet you are in need of food?
She can't really eat in this month. The one is going.
Have you tried to complain to OPM about this?
Yes. And she said let us go to the complaint. And even we are not there to work to go there.
When did you go?
I go in the Monday, next Monday.
So you are yet to go. You have not gone. You want to go on Monday.
No, I'm not going. Yes.
You went last Monday.
Mm.
What did they tell you?
She told me that she can't now. Since now, because we are many in the cart, she said that these children can help us, and my mother is not going, so we don't know what to do.
About the main challenge you face, how are you able to cope up, take care of these children?
I dropped out sales in 2022. After now, because I have a lack of willpower and the sandals, I don't have that thing all, and then I come home. After that, I get married, and the marriage is now my parents bring me home after now. I'm stay home.
At what age did you drop out of school and which class?
Primary 4, and the age is 15.
How many children do you have in your marriage?
1.
Your mother to 1 child.
Mm.
Okay, now tell us the challenge you face in taking care of your child plus your brother and the other 2.
Because I have in the child, my daughter even is work naked. If my mother get the money for buy the clothes, and then she will buy even the one cloth. I will wear to them. I will wear to my daughter.
What about in terms of food and sickness?
He's there, and I will take here to the hospital. If he's got the one drug, and then I will give.
Do you get the drugs free or you pay for them?
No, free.
So, can you repeat again where your father is and where your mother is?
My mother is went to Juba, and my father is married now. The old woman is there in village 11. Yes, we live here alone. Because my father is want to kill my mother. That is the reason my mother would go there.
Okay, what did your father say? What could be the reason that your father allegedly wanted to kill your mother? Can you explain?
My mother said that my father is married now, the old woman, and my father cannot take care of for us. She can leave us here alone, cannot buy even the food, anything. And my mother said that she cannot die. At least let her run to the Juba, and she go.
Are you and your brother, are you the only children for your father and your mother?
No,
How many are you?
we are 7, and my mother is still Canada.
Where are the rest?
He's there in Juba.
Can you remember the year you people came to this settlement?
Yes, we came here in 2017.
Okay, where is your home place in South Sudan, but specifically in which area?
We are in Lanya, Buma. The area is called Lupa.
Okay, so talk about the feeding in this home. Where do you people get food from, and how many times do you take your meal during a day, in a day like this? From morning up to sunset, what do you people eat and where do you get it from?
If our neighbors, this one here, if we now celebrate it to 3 days, we are not take the food, and then she will give us the porridge, and then we start make it.
My name is Tokara Annette. I am the vice chairperson for the village.
Okay, also tell us the name of this village and in which zone settlement.
This is village 5, Bidibidi settlement, zone 2.
Okay, we understand that there are challenges in this refugee settlement with regards to food cut or food support. Can you explain for us this?
Yeah, surely. Within our community, we are facing a lot of challenges based on the reduction or categorization. We are really facing a lot of challenges because right now we are facing also natural disaster, which is again another biggest challenge following what we have gone through based on the categorization.
So tell us the kind of support people are getting and maybe others who are not getting. Those who are getting, who are these people and how much are they getting?
For currently, those who are supported, mostly they are the PWDs, and those who are in category 1 and category 2, they are getting food and some are getting cash. Currently, they are distributing logs to the PSNs, which is taking place especially today for village 5.
Okay, in terms of money or the food ratio, give us the exact figure they give or the measurement if you know.
Based on the measurement, because some of us are those ones who are affected, we don't know exactly the measurement that they are giving.
Okay, now we also understand that there is a separation of families as a result of food reduction. As a refugee leader, is this true? And do you know there are some of the families that have separated. Do you have statistics?
Yeah, based on the issue of the separation, based on the categorization, I think this is true because it is really hard for us to get things within our community or within the localization, because when you go to the host community, sometimes it is hard to access land for cultivation. And following the issue of the rainfall, it is not raining. People look at it as a threat, and it is hard for you to take care of, especially those who are having big family sizes and they are in category 3. They really face a lot of challenges. And based on the statistic, roughly I can say they are like 8 in village 5.
Okay. Now, in this particular home, separation has also affected these people. Do you know about this family, and what do you have to say about this particular family?
Yes, based on this family, because this was a family that was based in the other settlement. They relocated here because they have also their relatives in this side. When they came here, the mother of the home had to go because of the issue of the categorization, went to South Sudan, hoping that she was going to get for something to support the family. But again, when she came back, she heard the rumors about the husband, because he left the husband back home, that the husband got a woman who is positive living. And following the story, she knew that, according to her, she thought it was true. Now, she decided that she can't be in one family with someone who is positive living. That's why when the husband came home, she wanted to intervene with her, but she refused. That's why the husband was putting the life of the woman into a terrible position, which made her to leave the home and leave the children back here and went to South Sudan.
Okay, finally, from me to you is, what is your message to the implementing partners? Because these partners have been supporting refugees, but others are now withdrawing. What is your message?
My message to the partners is that, because these are the children of the nation, we can't leave them to suffer while our eyes are seeing. We have to really raise up our hands for those who have the little, to support the family, because we can't now live, especially for this boy who is suffering at home here. He is somebody who is in senior 1, who we should not now ruin his education, because this will be somebody in future who can help out the whole nation. We have to be supporting the family and make sure that what they are lacking at least come into presence, just that they continue with life.
As refugee leaders, how do you people handle violence, conflicts, and family separations here?
Especially here within our community, much as when they reported their issues, we come to their homes and ask them. And then we do mediate the issue within the family level for those that we think it is at our level as Rasis.
So have you seen change in some families that had conflicts and they have been reunited?
Yeah, we have really seen changes, much as that, especially in one of the homes that they separated based on the issue. They were not communicating to the husband, but because we intervened, they are already communicating with the husband back home. And the lady is here, the husband is in South Sudan, but they are now communicating. At least her situation changed a little bit.
Okay, let's look at maybe issues of the lack of food now, which has been reduced, others totally don't get. What alternatives are there for these families to be able to get food? Because the locals also provide the land under some conditions. Have they been able to access this land for farming?
Not all, because we have different levels. There are other people who can totally not get, but they are still in category 3. There are those ones who can get the little, again they are in category 3. And for those who can access land at the host community, they were able to access the little, because also the rental is expensive. And again, you pay money, yet rain is not raining, all things dry up. It is really a hard thing that the community is undergoing. Even for those who have the little, because where will you access food? It is really very hard for us to get the little.
How much do you pay to rent land?
It is based on different landlords. There are other landlords that rent at 35, there are others at 40,000.
Per acre?
That is per quarter.
Per quarter for a season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now, this is now for me, I think, but it's okay. But, we were also made to understand that there are cases of committing suicides and mental illnesses in the community.
Yeah, because for sure there are these other people based on the separation, because it is really hard. It is not easy for somebody to start from blue. They had never informed the other people. Other people were not informed that things were going to be like this. But even if for those ones who were informed that food was going to be reduced or it was going to be not there, other people thought they would be in category 1, but by coincidence you find yourself in category 3, which was really a big challenge. It really caused mental instability.
What about cases of suicides? Are there people taking away maybe their life by hanging, taking poison?
Yeah, there was one woman, let me say, in my community, because she was hoping that based on her situation, she explained, she was verified, based on her situation, she thought she was going to be in a category that would receive food. But because on her going to check on the categorization, she found that she was in category 3. And the husband had left the lady since 2016. She was stressed. She even attempted to commit suicide. But now, because the community leaders, those are the elders that are within the community, they were trying to advise the lady, but up to now, still the lady has not cope up with life, because things are really not easy. You can't help someone. You only speak by the words of the mouth, and there's nothing that she can put into her mouth.
So she just attempted, she did not commit?
Yeah, it's only because that somebody has intervened, yeah, in time.
But do we have a case where somebody has committed suicide and died?
Not really.
In this community?
In this village, let me say so.
These settlements, there are children who, we have child-headed families whose parents may be separated due to domestic violence, or they have decided to go back to South Sudan and leaving them to struggle for themselves. Yesterday we got a child-headed family where they only eat one meal after every 3 days because they have been put in category 3. How can these children be helped, especially the main offices like OPM and UNHCR? How do we help such kind of child-headed families?
You're very correct to the point. It's quite a very difficult situation at the moment, looking at the food issues and the funding, the global funding challenges that we're facing. It's indeed true that there are children who are separated and those who are also unaccompanied. Because separated means you are separated from your biological parents, but you still stay with the other relatives you have. But when those who are accompanied, that means you are separated from your biological parents, and you're also not living with those who are related or who are culturally with you. So we have these two categories with us here in good numbers. You are right to say that you met one of these kids yesterday and struggling with life. I think that is the reality we are facing. What we do as UNHCR together with the OPM and the other partners, we work closely with the partners like World Vision, Plan International. When we get to identify these people, we do a kind of what we call case management, child protection case management. We document their cases, we put them on additional support framework. And that's how we have been doing it, and we will continue to do it. But of course, to bring it clearer to your knowledge is the issue of the funding. The earlier days of this response, we had so many partners who operate in this settlement. But of course, the recent directive from the U.S. administration, where the U.S. aid is being cut, that has had a very huge impact on all the sectors within the settlement. But of course, that's the reality. You realize that there are parents who have started committing suicide because they can't afford to give even a day's meal on plate for the children. So things are very difficult. We're hoping that in the near future, a few things are going to change so that these children can be supported.
This particular family,
yes.
How do we quickly come to their aid? Because if they are put on category 3, that does not receive food.
Yes.
And yet they are eating one meal after 3 days. What would be the quickest emergency help for them?
No, the quickest emergency help for them is what we call the case management. I think the best thing is if we have children who are in our database, both World Vision and Plan International. We have children who are separated, the children who are unaccompanied, they're all in our database. So the best way is we always have we always plan for a supplementary budget, a budget which is set apart only to respond to this kind of emergency cases. So in regard to what you're telling me, I think the best we could do is all just go and do an assessment and find who are these children, where do they live, and what are those basic needs they think first. Because I know food will always come on the top. So we have a separate budget called the Child Protection Case Management Budget that will always be able to respond to some of these emergencies.
Okay,
but of course, the issues are very dire. The situation is very, very, very bad for the children and even the entire population of the settlement.
Hi everyone, my name is Paul Miresha and I am World Vision Uganda Response Director. As we celebrate the World Refugee Day, it's important to note that the work of refugee operation has been greatly affected by the funding cuts, mainly from the US government. When the US government announced the termination and suspension of projects in the end of January 2025, this was a major blow to refugee operations. From those cuts, we've seen major work, especially around protection, livelihood and resilience, and education has been greatly affected in Uganda. As a result of this, many other donors have also announced a reduction in funding, both for humanitarian work and development work. This is putting a lot of pressure for partners to be able to undertake their mandate and respond to refugees. In particular, we've seen great reduction in food assistance, which has resulted with 64% of refugees, or roughly about 1 million refugees, being excluded from food assistance. As a result of the US government cuts, this has resulted with 64% of refugees being excluded from food assistance. Roughly, this is about 1 million refugees in Uganda. Can we imagine a child waking up in the morning without breakfast? How are they able to undertake their day? These children, as a result, end up dropping out of school. Okay, with over 1 million refugees excluded from food assistance, this means that there is less food for children and families. It means that children now are having probably 1 meal a day, or some of them are living without a meal in a day. As a result, more children are dropping out of school as they search for work, casual labor, to be able to get an income and supplement their food at home. This is also increasing the rates of malnutrition, especially for young children who greatly need food to grow their bodies and grow their brains. The long-term effect of nutrition is it affects the brain and the brain development, and that human being is not able to live to their full potential. There are also other secondary effects of this. We are seeing more increases of conflicts as refugees are being caught stealing food from host community members, and this is bringing tension between the refugees and the host community members. On a broader space, this not only affects the provision of services, but it affects the dignity of people that we serve. It greatly affects whether they go to school, whether they earn a living, whether they are protected, and whether they are living in harmony with the host nation, Uganda, that is hosting them. A wise man once said, in every cloud there is a silver lining. Despite the funding challenges, World Vision Uganda, through its long-term development work in 5 area development programs in West Nile, is expanding its scope of work to take up more responsibility to caution refugees against the challenges of funding cuts. Through our area development programs, we are picking up more additional work with child protection, under livelihood and resilience, and education. This, we believe, is more sustainable in the long term. As we celebrate the World Refugee Day in 2025, whose theme is solidarity with refugees, we call upon everyone to join us together and work towards solutions that amplify the impact of our work. We call upon community members to come on with their little resources and available resources as a contribution. We call upon donors to increase their contributions as part of their international obligations towards refugees. Can we imagine what $2 can do? $2 will probably buy you a cup of tea, but $2 will provide a meal for a refugee in Uganda today. Finally, I call on all believers to put these issues to God in prayer and pray that there will be open doors for everyone, for refugees and those communities in Uganda, and that everyone will contribute meaningfully to solutions that bring relief to people that are fleeing wars in many countries. Thank you.